Hey, shalom everyone. Assalamu alaikum. Islam to all the more. So what I want to talk about today is the meaning of the temple of the sun and moon. Okay, so on our Moorish letterhead, with reference to a maxim today called the Americas. So take a look here where I'm pointing. Y'all see where it says the temple of the sun and moon? Everybody see that? So let's talk about what that means right now. And of course, what we're looking at is a document that I downloaded from enforcetheconstitution.org. It's file stamped April 16th, 2024. And y'all take a look. It has the Moroccan Empire flag. And take a look below that. I don't know if y'all can see that. But it's a pyramid. Can everybody see that? Everybody see the pyramid there? Okay. You see the other images? You see the continental flag? Okay. So let's just right now talk about the temple of the moon and the sun. The temple of the moon and the sun. That's our topic. I think it's important to know what these symbols mean, what the flags mean, etc. So let's get into that. The temple of the moon and the sun. All right. Oh, by the way, this is a writ filed in the Morocco consular court at the Maryland State. All right, and y'all should get this one. This is a writ of quo warranto. Y'all go download this. All right, take a look at that. Download it and read it. The place where I'm at is about to close. I got about 5 minutes before they ask me to leave. But y'all should read this, okay? So let me get into it. The temple of the moon and the sun. So I'm going to begin our discussion with the Clock of Destiny, Volume 1. Clock of Destiny, Volume 1, by C.M. Bay. And you'll see it has here your master key of civilization. Right, so we talk civic, we talk civics, we teach civics, that's our culture, okay? Civics, civilization, and y'all see the sun and the earth with its various angles, okay? Now this is getting into what we're talking about, our topic today. All right. This image, okay? So let's go to page 8. Page 8, the land of the Moors. And I'm just going to read this one heading. It's not a lot. All right? So let's get into it. So the land of the Moors, the crest of Asia. The land of the Moors, the crest of Asia. And then C.M. Bay writes, Peru, Mexico, Isabella or Cuba, U.S.A, Canada, and Alaska, all of which comprise the land of the cultured Moors. The land of the cultured Moors, the land of the civilized Moors. And that takes us back to the title of the book, The Master Key of Civilization. Civics, right? So now let's continue. He continues. The land of the cultured Moors, the descendants, so I'm going to say the ascendants from the ancient Moabite nation. The fathers of civilization who inhabited this hemisphere. So that's, of course, the northern hemisphere, right? So the globe has a northern hemisphere and a southern hemisphere. So if you can imagine a globe cut in half. This is what he has reference to, the top being the north, the bottom the south. All right? Thus, the U.S.A, Alaska, and Canada lie in the geographical region of the crest of Asia, often referred to as, and then he has a colon, the quote-unquote Temple of the Moon and Sun. Temple of the Moon and Sun, of which scientifically imply the greatest inclination of the Earth's axis to the sun, or toward the sun, right? During the months of June, July, and August in the northern hemisphere. Let's stop there. So let's take a look at something. So that we will understand what these documents say, what they contain, so we'll be competent. Okay. So what causes? I'm at a website. I'll give you all the website later. Let me get the information in before they close. What causes seasons on Earth? By Aparna Kerr. Seasons happen because Earth's axis is tilted at an angle of about 23.4 degrees, and different parts of Earth receive more solar energy than others. Okay, now it says of about 23.4 degrees. Well, there's actually a range. The Earth's axis moves a little bit. There's a range of movement. Okay? So at one extreme of that range of movement, the Earth's axis will be further away from the sun. And at the other extreme of that range of movement, the Earth's axis will be closer to the sun. Okay? So one extreme is furthest away. The other extreme, it's closest to it. Y'all see that? Everybody understand that? The temple of the moon and sun, of which scientifically, see, no gods, devils, and demons, of which scientifically imply the greatest inclination of Earth's axis to the sun. Okay? So now we're talking about that range of the movement of Earth's axis that's at the extreme that's greatest to the sun. Everybody understand that? Okay, now the topic is the seasons, okay? Seasons happen because Earth's axis is tilted at an angle of about 23.4 degrees, and different parts of Earth receive more solar energy than others. So y'all take a look at this image before we continue. So as you look at this image, don't worry about if you don't understand it right now. You can pause the video and study it, okay? You can study it later. Let me see. I hope it's focusing okay. On my end, it doesn't look focused very well. But I think that's because of the, let's see. we can do better. Let's see if this is better. So this is showing you the summer and winter solstice and the vernal and autumn or spring and fall equinoxes, okay? So there are 4 seasons, right, that occur at those points. Now let's go through this. And the reason, let me clarify something. I'm reading this so that there is no one can say, here we go. Let me stop talking. Earth's obliquity today. So that's Earth's axis, okay? Today on July 18th, 2024 at noon, Earth's axial tilt or mean obliquity was 23.4360 degrees or 23, I think this is minutes and 26 seconds. Earth's mean obliquity today is about 0.00001 degree or about 0.4 less than 30 days ago. Let me show y'all that. Okay, now, all right. So the axial tilt is not the same. In fact, there's a range, there's a calculation. And how is this information obtained? It's obtained through observation of historical data. Y'all see that? Everybody see it? Now, the next paragraph reads, the Arctic and Antarctic circles today are 1.2 meters or 4 feet closer to the poles, that's the North and the South poles, and the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn are equally closer to the equator than 30 days ago. All right, now let's keep going. The Earth's axis or axial tilt changes in a repeating cycle that lasts about 41,000 years. Earth's axial tilt oscillates 22.1 and 24.5 degrees. This change in obliquity is caused by gravitational forces from the sun, the moon, and other planets. Okay, now, is this starting to become clear to you, scholars? Everybody see that? Pause it on the replay because I need to hurry up. I got to find out where okay, so here I am now. Okay, so we're back to the causes of the season. So now I've just shown you the evidence that the Earth's axis changes. There is a range, okay? There is a range, okay? Now, let's continue. The tilt or the axial tilt causes seasons because Earth orbits the sun at an angle, we just covered that, the solar energy reaching different parts of our planet is not constant, but varies during the course of the year. This is the reason we have different seasons, winter, summer, spring, and fall, right? And why the seasons are opposite in the northern and southern hemispheres, all right? So when it's summer in the northern hemisphere, it's winter in the southern hemisphere, and when it's summer in the southern hemisphere, it's winter in the northern hemisphere, okay? Now, y'all, I gotta, hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, now let's continue with the seasons. So what causes the seasons by Appner-Kerr? The seasons happen because Earth's axis is tilted at an angle of about 23.4 degrees. And different parts of Earth receive more solar energy than others. That's the summary of what we just covered. Earth's orbit around the sun is ecliptical. Seasons are caused by Earth's actual tilt, and temperatures and nature's processes are affected. Not a single god, devil, or demon mentioned yet. And won't be mentioned, okay? Because it doesn't apply. No such thing, okay? Now let's continue. Because Earth's actual tilt, which is called obliquity, our planet orbits the sun on a slant, which means different areas of Earth point toward or away from the sun at different times of the year. We just covered that. Around the June solstice, usually that's on June 22nd, okay, but it varies a couple of days. Around the June solstice, y'all know when I do like this is the summer solstice, June 22nd, the winter solstice, December 22nd, this is what he's talking about. The great law of opposites, the law of polarity, that's what he's talking about, okay? So around the June solstice, the North Pole is tilted toward the sun. And the Northern Hemisphere gets more of the sun sun's direct rays. Now, when the sun is at the summer solstice, which is approximately June 22nd, the sun takes on the title of Christ. This is the higher self, okay? Now, when the sun is at the June or summer solstice, when it's closest to the sun, remember there's a range. The Earth axis, right, moves within a range. When it's closest to the sun, that means it's going to get what? It's going to get, as it says here, where is it? Give me 1 second. It's going to get more direct rays, more direct electromagnetic energy from the sun. Well, that only makes sense, right? Because its angle is closer to it. But it's the angle, not the distance, okay? It's the angle, not the distance, okay? So what's important about that? Well, remember, the sun, the energy from the sun fecundates the earth, makes the earth, y'all remember fecundate? It makes the earth's soil more capable of producing vegetation and harvest. Like it's like what's that comedian's name? The comedian who says every time he goes to the projects he wants to get every woman in the projects pregnant. What's his name? He's Tracy Morgan. So this is the time when the sun fecundates the earth or the soil. All right, and then the plants ripen. Okay, the earth becomes highly fertile due to this intense electromagnetic energy being absorbed into the soil. Okay, y'all see it? All right, now let me continue. Around the June solstice, the North Pole is tilted toward the sun, and the Northern Hemisphere gets more of the sun's direct rays. Okay, so more powerful fecundation. And remember, this is higher self. The sun is the Christ. Okay, this is why June, July, and August are summer months in the Northern Hemisphere. Okay, and then I don't have time to talk about the Southern Hemisphere. I think I'm surprised they haven't asked me to leave yet. Unless they close at 11. Maybe they close at 11. They might close at 11. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the opposite seasons, okay? So opposite seasons. At the same time, the Southern Hemisphere points away from the sun, creating winter during the months of June, July, and August. Summer in the Southern Hemisphere is in December, January, and February. Hold on. Dang it. Hold on, y'all. lost my spot. Hold on. Okay, here we are. All right, so let me do that again. Summer in the southern hemisphere is in December, January, and February, with the South Pole, when the South Pole is tilted toward the SUN sun, and the northern hemisphere is tilted away from the SUN sun. Now, let's take a look at this image. So y'all are gonna have to, pause the video on the replay to study this image, okay? Can y'all see that? All right. So do y'all see the angle? So you see two perpendicular lines, a vertical line and a horizontal line, okay? And then you see an oblique line, the line that's at an angle. Y'all see that? So the distance between that vertical line and that oblique line is Earth's axis, okay? Y'all see it says, I think it says 23.4 degrees. Y'all see it? All right. So when Earth's axis is at the extreme end of the range that it moves in, pointing toward the sun, that's when it's going to get more of that electromagnetic energy, right? That means more information is going to be transmitted to the Earth, right? More information is going to be transmitted on the Earth. Why? Because the intensity of light is greater, right, y'all? And that's the meaning, according to C.M. Bay, of the crest of Asia. That is the meaning of the crest of Asia. Let me read it again. Thus, the U.S.A, Alaska, and Canada lie in the geographical region of the crest of Asia, often referred to as, quote unquote, the temple of the moon and sun, of which scientifically imply the greatest inclination of Earth's axis to the sun during the months of June, July, and August in the northern hemisphere. Everybody see that? So now, let me, as a matter of fact, I think it's a good idea for me to go back and look at the angle, at the range rather, the range of the tilt. Okay, so Earth's actual tilt oscillates or just changes or ranges from 22.1 and 24.5 degrees. Right? So the 24.5 degrees pointing toward the sun is what C.M. Bay is talking about. That's when it's closest to the sun, when Earth's axis or the ecliptic is measured at 24.5 degrees. Everybody see that? Let me show it. So you want to look at the changes. All right. So now these changes, y'all, over time, over massive amounts of time, create what's called a wobble. And that wobble, or the Earth's axis changing between 21.1 degrees and 24.5 degrees, will result in the procession of the equinoxes, or the zodiacal ages. That's the cause of the zodiacal ages. Y'all see it? Is it coming together? Is it coming together? So now when we see on our writs, on the letterhead, the temple of the moon and sun, now you know what he's talking about with reference to the natural phenomena, with reference to astrology slash astronomy. Y'all see it? And of course, the sun is masculine energy, and the moon is feminine energy. The sun represents gold, the moon silver. Okay, so that's quote unquote known in history as what, y'all? God's money. God's money. Okay? God's money. So you correlate that with the Constitution for the United States of North America, right? Right. That's the only substance that can be used to pay a debt, to buy something, okay? To pay or get paid. Anything else is fiat. All right, let me see what else. Okay. Let's go back to page 9 in The Clock of Destiny, Volume 1. So let's continue and complete this subheading, all right? What our forefathers were before this land of ours, we are the rightful heirs of the Americas. We are the autochthonous Moors, sprung from the soil in North America. What our forefathers were before this land of ours, namely a Mexim, was named North, Central, and South America, we are today. So the Americas before, let me rephrase that, the body of land, the landmass with the adjoining islands that are today called North, South, and Central America, before that was called a Mexim. Okay? So what our forefathers were before this land of ours, namely a Mexim, was named North, Central, and South America, we are today. What our forefathers were before, we are that today, without doubt of contradiction. Namely, Moor, M-O-O-R. Now let me say this, y'all, and some of y'all might be offended by this, but it really irritates me when I hear people say Mo. Because for me it's disrespectful. Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I'm a Moor, I'm not a Mo. I hope y'all are not offended by that. But in the literature, it says Moor. M-O-O-R for the Americas. He continues, the name Moor is derived from the name Moabite. Is derived from the name Moabite. The quote-unquote crest of Asia, and I guess what I'm trying to say, in my opinion, to say Mo, and maybe I'm lacking some knowledge, some information, but for me to say Mo is disrespectful to our ancient foremothers and forefathers. For me. Okay, I don't know. From what I can see, it seems like it's trendy, or maybe it sounds good, sounds cool, but maybe there's a reason for it that I'm not aware of. If it is, somebody tell me. But we are supposed to return to the state of mind of our ancient foremothers and forefathers. And that means we use language properly. We use it properly. We don't cut words, right? If it's more, we say more. If you say mo, well, now you're getting into the connotative linguistic stuff, okay? It's not academic or scholarly. And our ancestors were very precise with their language and mathematics. All right, y'all? But anyway, let's keep going. The quote-unquote crest of Asia symbolizes the Great Pyramid. So now we need to go back to our writs. Do y'all see the Great Pyramid there? There's the crest of Asia. This symbolizes the crest of Asia, the Great Pyramid. Y'all see it? Right there. Of course, it has more meaning than that. But I hope this is helpful for some people who this information might be new to. All right? Soon, y'all, I'll have my... I'm trying to find a tech guide to show me how to set up screen share on this new software, this new app I'm using. I was supposed to have it done 2 days ago, but you know how it goes when, we were scheduled, but he didn't make it. So I wasn't able to get it done. All right. So the crest of Asia symbolizes the Great Pyramid as shown on the reverse side of the United States $1 bill of 1928. Let me see if I can show a better picture of that for those people those Moors who might be new. Give me 1 second. One second, y'all. Here we go. Oops. So there we are. Okay, so the crest of Asia symbolizes the Great Pyramid. All right? Isn't that interesting? Because Egypt that we hear about today is over there in what's called Africa today, right? Everybody see it? So the ecliptic, Earth's axis, symbolizes the Great Pyramid. Now, if y'all can imagine, do y'all see the sun? Do you see where the eye is, the all-seeing eye? On my YouTube channel, if y'all go to the community post, you'll see an image of the sun shining through the clouds. It looks just like this. It looks just like this. All right. So if we turn this image, and by the way, this circle around the dollar bill, let me show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. It's also astrological. You see the sun there, that's also astrological. Okay, now look, let me turn it upside down. Do y'all see the shadow at the bottom and the side of the pyramid? That's the 7. So now we're looking at a 7 with a circle around it, or circle 7. So there are 5 planets and 2 luminaries. Our ancestors, according to the literature, referred to the 2 luminaries as planets also. So now you have 7 planets, right? 7 days of the week, each named after a planet. Y'all see it? Then we refer to the circumpolar zodiac. There are 7 stations. Let me turn this notification on. There are 7 stations. Okay, y'all? Circle 7. Circle 7. Okay? We have 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, 2 ears, and 1 mouth, the 7. Okay? So if you go to the 101s, there are 7 days in a year. They cycle. All right? So anyway, there's much more. This is, as y'all can see, this is fun, right? Now let's keep going. We just have a few more sentences. Names, or let me say brands, such as Negroes, black. Now remember, black here in this sense is the connotative, the social engineering meaning of black. It is not the original meaning, the blah and all of that we went through a couple classes ago, that means sunny, glorified, shiny, holy. If you, connotatively speaking, God, the glorified more, the glorious more, the illuminous or the illuminated more, the Christ, blackamoor. That's what it meant initially, right? But now this black, of course, has a connotative, extremely negative meaning. And to use it is an attempt for the person who's using it to denationalize you and put you in bondage. Okay, so names such as Negroes, and of course Negro means black. Negroes, black, colored, of course colored is hue. Colored is hue, right? To have colored hue is also, in terms of the law, it means fake. Something that looks like something but doesn't have the substance, a simulacrum. For example, a colorable law, right? Or mankind, or human, the colorable man who's non-descendable. Genesis chapter 1, mankind, versus man who is descendable and who has substance, and who is the substance and subject matter of the law because he's thought made manifest from the soil. Okay? So Indian, red, African, Jew. I hope you Hebrew Israelites can accept that a Jew is not a nationality. It is a religion that anybody can join. It has nothing to do with nationality. Judaism. It's a religion. And white are slave labels of the Roman cross order of segregation, hatred, slavery, and exploitation. So let me show y'all the cross. Now the cross also is astrological. The cross is also astrological. So they are using nature. They're using nature to dominate you. And that's primarily done through religion. So here's a couple examples of crosses, right? These are popular examples of crosses. Everybody see? Everybody see? Common examples of crosses. Okay, so give me 1 second so we can make our correlations now. Oh boy. Give me 1 second. I typed in the search term that I usually use, and I'm not getting. Let me do it. Let me try a different way. Okay. All right. So they're kicking me out now. What time do you close?
15 minutes.
In 15 minutes. Okay. So we were successful. We were able to get the video done, y'all. There we go. We were able to get the video done. I got 15 minutes. All right, here we go. So hopefully we can, yeah, here we are. Let's see if I get a good image. Thank you. Okay, give me 1 second, y'all. None of these images are any good. Well, none of the images are any good. Give me 1 second. Oh well. Look at the red lines. Do y'all see the cross there? Or if we switch it this way, y'all see it? Y'all see a cross? All right. So this is the cross. Let me see if I get that right. The solstitial line, summer solstice, winter solstice, vernal equinox or spring equinox, fall or autumn equinox, okay? The cross, all right? Which gives rise to the 4 seasons, all right? Which gives rise to the 4 seasons, which takes us back to Earth's axis. Earth's axis, which takes us back to the geographical area referred to as the crest of Asia, which is the temple of the moon and sun. Okay, y'all? So that's all I got. That's all I got for you. All right? So hopefully you can see that religion, let's just talk Christianity. Christianity remixes natural phenomena, celestial phenomena, into gods, devils, and demons, and religious doctrine. All right? And religious doctrine. The Reconstruction period of 1853 in 1865 resulted in the United Order of the Christian, quote unquote, lily white world of organized labor, agriculture, industrial, and commercial unionism and military procedure, which made the Roman nations the mistress of the 7 seas. There's 7 again, right? There's that number 7 again. All right, y'all. So I hope y'all learned something from this video. Put a comment or something or question. If I can answer it, I will. But if you know about this thing about Mo, calling Moors Mo, y'all let me know, because I don't know everything. And if there's a good reason for it, I would like to know. Anyway, Islam to all the Moors, Shalawama. Oops.